another core concept you bring up is called the planned freakout. Can you describe what it is and how it can help individuals navigate challenging moments in their life?
Oh, yeah. So the planned freak out, that is also something that comes a bit later in the book. I believe that I put it in the stay yourself section of the book because staying yourself is about what happens when life continues lifing and stuff hits the fan and you're thrown for a loop. How do you stay yourself in those moments? So the planned freak out is exactly what it sounds like. It is making a plan to freak out. It is planning to freak out before you do and losing it so that you can find it again. I don't know if I can curse on this podcast, so people can fill in the blanks there. So the planned freak out is an exercise that actually my husband and I developed. And we developed it when we first moved across the country to New York City. So we're both Southern California kids, by the way, both lived in Southern California for all of our adulthood, and me for my entire life. And we realized that we hadn't given ourselves kind of the space to process this big life change. And we could start to feel that discomfort that I think that many of us feel before we have maybe what we'll call a meltdown. You can start to feel that building inside of you. So we went to a hotel and we got a fancy cocktail and sat on couches because that's what felt really fun to do. And we took two notebooks. We each took a notebook and we opened it up and we basically brain dumped everything that we both hate and dislike. And we put those in two separate categories. And we set a timer. And then after that, we flipped a page. And if people want and they have room underneath, they can draw a line underneath. And we wrote, so what are you going to do about it? And so that allowed us space to give room to all of these thoughts and these feelings and these experiences that we were having, and then redirected to, okay, so what now? And then the beauty of it, even after that, is that you then, in a planned freak out, what we did, and now what I tell people to do when I guide people through their own planned freakouts, which is something that I love doing because it's been so effective for me. You turn a page and you do the same exact process, but you do it with love. Because a lot of times, and we talked about this fleetingly at the very beginning of our conversation, a lot of times we are so focused on the minutia of what we are fighting against or what we don't want. But we actually haven't given a lot of space to what we love, what we like, what we're fighting for, and what we do want. So you do that process, you write out everything you love and everything you like, and then you do the exact same thing and you write, so what am I going to do about it? And that is a way to get grounded within yourself before sort of everything feels like it's so dizzying around you that you don't know which way is up. And also starts to give you the bare bones of an action plan. And it's not about writing out that entire action plan in that moment, but it's about giving yourself the knowledge that A, you are on your own side, that, hey, self, we've got this, we're good. And here's some places that we can start and some things that we can focus on beyond this thing that feels so impossible to not focus on. It actually isn't impossible. We just maybe need to take a couple extra steps to see what the other possibilities were.